Well boys, here we are, we're coming in onto a little place. We're just coming along Narrows Road here, just outside of Mount Larcom, and we're going to have a little place here and list a place called Larcom View, and we'll just go in now and have a good look over it. There's some of the cultivation on the place, and we'll go in and have a good look over the place and let you see what it's all about. Very well set up and nice improvements. Boys, you might notice here these aeropods that go right along, basically along the entrance to the property, and they irrigate that paddock there for horses and so forth out of that bore with the solar panel on. Just here, there's around about 80 mango trees here of different varieties, which I'll put on the description sheets for you to have a look at. But they're there, just need a bit of pruning. They haven't had much done with them, but with a bit of pruning you'd probably get them back up to pretty good supply and give you a good lot of mangoes to put in the market. Just looking at the house here, it's as you can see, a low set brick home, very nicely set out, very nice yard, and mainly all shrubs around the house, very easy to manage, very well set up. Nice cool position, picks up a good breeze. In the living area, it runs into a little hallway going down to the dining area. Kitchen, I'll show you the kitchen in a minute. This is all the living area here. Beautiful and cool home, good breeze, picks up a good breeze, very well set out. So this dining area opens out onto a patio out the back, as you can see, overlooking the back paddocks of the property, and goes round into the kitchen, nicely set out kitchen, good, plenty of bench tops, plenty of storage, and walk-in pantry. Main bathroom's good sized bathroom, cabinets, and it's got a bath as well. Once again, nice windows, let plenty of breeze, and nice cool area. Good size master bedroom, and that leads into a walk-in wardrobe there, as you can see, and I'll just go over and turn the light on. Very nice area, and then goes back into the ensuite. Good laundry area opening out into the backyard, tile floor, wet area. There's a double carport, that's concrete floor and powered, just on the end of the house, which leads straight into the hallway up to the kitchen.
That one concrete slab there.
Yeah, as you can see, boys, this is a machinery shed. It's got a compacted hardstand floor, and one bay has got concrete in it, and that one up the end, there's a skillion up the end there, as you can see, and that leads then on to the hay shed. I'll go around and show you that. As you can see here, this is where they store the hay, round bale hay here. Around about, was it 280 bales? Around about 280 bales of round bales that they can put in the shed here and store quite comfortably. It's around about 15 acres of cultivation on the place, buyers, and as you can see there, it's good soil, good heavy red soil, and it grows really good grass for baling, and which is what they've done here. It's been a drought master stud, you said, for how many years? About 15 years, and they've run about 40 breeders here, and grown their bulls out to 30 months, generally treating on the hay, and as I said, about 40 breeders, and sold the females off and only kept replacement heifers. So the place has been carrying a good set of cattle yards here, boys, and they'll hold around about 100 head of cattle at one time. Good drafting there. There's a covered vet crush there, scales, the whole gambit, branding cradle and so forth, built in 2009, so good set of solid cattle. There's another machinery shed, buyers, for the gear. It used to be used as a loosen shed, but now they just use it for store a bit of machinery and that in. It's got an earth floor, compacted once again. Just another look at the cultivation here, buyers, and as you can see, the soil type is a real good heavy red sort of soil. The timber that was on this is forest country, but it was all narrow and broadleaf iron bark country with bloodwood, and that explains the soil types pretty well. That's a bit better shot of the solar panels from the front, but as I said, there's $20,000 worth of equipment set up here, and the bore's just up at the moment, but when it's going it can irrigate out of it. So buyers, just looking here now, we're just up in one of the back paddocks, and this paddock here has got a real good stand of bisset in it. As you can see there, it's I'll just zoom up on it there, and you can have a look for yourself and see what I'm saying. It's got a good ground cover, and the amount of cattle that they've been running here certainly proves that pasture's been holding very well and still holding extra well. And then looking back over to the back there, that's most of the property we're taking in there. There's a dam just down there I'll just go up onto, and it's a bit low at the moment because it's been dry, as you realise, but that dam comes back and fills up a fair bit of country back behind it, and the vendors are going to plant a fair bit of para and other water grasses in there to make better use of that area. Then there's the homestead complex over there, sheds and house and everything, and then come around and looking back out towards the back of the block, which we'll go out to the back of in just a moment. Well, I was just looking at this little bit of timber here on the creek, and it goes back up onto the ridge a little bit. It's only a small area. It's got a little bit of colour in it from the lands department, but basically the property is about 95–97% open and white. Buyers, here's another little piece of cultivation, and once again with that creek's a permanent creek, and it runs a fair bit of the year, and you could probably irrigate out of that and irrigate this little section of country here, and it runs back, and we're just about at the back of the block now, so you can see here what I'm talking about. The pastures are in good condition. There's no weed. It's really holding up well. As I say, it's been carrying some really good numbers, but the pastures that are here are substantial pastures, and they're able to carry that and do it with no real problem. So there you are, buyers. That's the place. It's called Larcom View. A really tidy little place. Nice improvements. Plenty of sheds. As I say, there's plenty of cultivation there to grow your own feed. They have been running quite a good number of breeders, as well as growing their bulls out with the feed they grow on the place. So give us a call if you'd like to come and have a look, and we'll bring you in and show you over the place. I'm sure you'll